Hello and welcome to Wisdom Hour today. Today I'm muscle testing for this question. I have ongoing pain in my right lung for years. Various treatment approaches have helped to improve it. What is the cause of this lung pain and what does it need to heal? Okay, give me a yes. You can smell your breath by putting your hand over your mouth and nose and notice what the smell is like. It gets you to smell how your lungs are getting very grown up. This means that when your lungs give off a smell of grown upness, they won't express this pain anymore. The smell of grown upness is a smell of freshness and fun. And as a child you did not get much fun and things always felt very stale. And this has become your default when you get anxious or under stress or strain. And this reversion back to great upset and sadness is expressed through the lung. It is your right lung only because your right side is about your ability to have power in the situation and to move out of things through your own power in the situation. When you were little, you were often sad and felt generally ignored, and this left you feeling like your life wasn't important enough for others to care about you. And this got you to feel like you weren't enough and you weren't good enough and that you weren't acceptable or lovable. This is indeed a very sad situation, and you have done a lot of work on this over the years, haven't you? But the oldest and deepest work is still to be done. And this work can indeed take time, and it can feel like it goes on, but there can be progress and there can be a full resolution. Your lung condition is an indicator of how you have either work still to do or whether it has cleared or whether another layer has cleared. As you said yourself, various therapies have moved you forward and progressed the situation, but you still get the pain. When you can get your inner child feeling loved, appreciated, excited, and enthusiastic about life, and get her to feel that someone cares deeply about her, she will stop expressing this through the lung. And it is up to you to meet this little girl and give her that support and empower her to move out of this place of sadness and depression and into a place of enthusiasm and excitement for what is to come in her life. Your inner child needs this work from you, and you can meet her at 5 years old and simply ask her how she's feeling and give her all the support she needs to feel loved and accepted and supported and wonderfully precious. When you do this for that part of yourself which has been suppressed and has generally kept this pain in its place, you will find that your symptoms can resolve. However, we always say make sure you've had medical advice as well, because one would hope this wouldn't progress to some sort of real disease. I'm not sure if you got that. We would hope this wouldn't progress to some sort of disease in the lung, but it's good to know where you are medically with it, just to be sure. So if you haven't already, do get a scan or whatever the doctor suggests to see if there's anything going on in the lung. And don't be surprised if they find nothing, but it is worth knowing for sure. Having said that, when an old emotional injury is unresolved for many years, it can move to some sort of more physical manifestation. And so this is why it's important to get these types of physical evidence as well. We hope this helps you to start some work on your inner child on a daily basis. In other words, every time you notice this pain in your lung, imagine your 5-year-old in front of you and check in how she is, and then support her to feel loved, appreciated, and greatly supported. When you do this, you are doing it, of course, for all parts of you, but it is this particular stage of your life where things got suppressed and manifest as this condition. Is that enough? That's enough. Okay, that's enough for today. I hope that helps you. Obviously, this is for one particular person, and it doesn't mean because you've got a lung condition like that it means the same thing. having said that, it is within Chinese medicine, it's fairly well known, and certainly through my experience, that often lung conditions are to do with sadness and grief. And if we've never had the chance to express our grief for a loss, in this case the loss, if you like, of a childhood, or what could have or would have been better if it was a more joyful and supportive childhood where the person felt loved and appreciated and noticed. So there is a grief there when we lose. It's like we lose part of ourselves when we're not acknowledged, when we're not seen, and the child doesn't have the resources to manage that or to do anything about that. As adults we do, because we have more experience, and we can tell ourselves, well, the reason my mum can't be loving or supportive to me is because she's not well, or or she's just so stressed out, she hasn't got any time for me at the moment. And we know we can manage that as adults, although a lot of adults actually don't. They just still think, they're just being mean to me or whatever. But the child doesn't have those resources. They don't understand what's going on. All they know is how they feel. And if a child feels unloved, unappreciated, unnoticed, like they don't matter, invisible, then that will have an effect on them. And it can come up in terms of lung problems like ongoing bronchitis, asthma particularly where there's that sort of thing, and a lot of stress in the home as well, or a lot of pressure on the child, okay? Did I get the main ones? Yeah, mainly, that can often happen. And as it said, it is about releasing some of that pain and releasing some of the expression of that to either the adult part of you that can support you through that now that you have those resources to be able to do that, or through counselling or whatever, where you might need someone else to take that role because maybe you're just not in a good enough place yourself as an adult to be able to do that in a work. Okay? So, but yeah, do think about that, and maybe others of you who are struggling with similar kind of issues, you just might want to consider something like that and see if it makes any sense to you. Okay, I'm going to go now. Have a great day, and God bless everyone. Bye-bye.